tons of anniversary events coming up very, very soon, and it looks like we'll be getting a ton of skins dropped this week in Identity 5. So make sure you guys stick around for another episode of This Week in Identity 5. Welcome back everyone to another episode. We've got quite a lot of information to go through, so that's quite a good thing. Let's quickly talk about what we got with last week's update. So last week we got a couple of changes, mostly kind of quality of life updates to settings and stuff like that. Some of these options were new options in the settings to turn off the post-match chat. Something I still completely don't understand why the option is added, because there already is an option to do that. It's by pressing the big red X button. A reworked version of the quick messages setting. Slightly improved reporting on players if someone has misbehaved or started to say some rude words or something like that, along with an improved morality system and better monitoring of in-game behavior. I'm not completely sure what NetEase means by all of this. I have seen the Chinese page for it, but I have not seen it in the game in English, so I don't know what they consider to be improved morality system. But as long as that's good, and as long as they're paying more attention to toxicity in this game, it would be nice to have a better community overall, a more happy community in the game and less toxic. Then that will be good. Some other kind of quality of life changes that we got was that we got the pause and fast forward function added to replays. So finally now you can go and find that cool little moment in the game, as long as you don't accidentally skip past it and then you have to restart the thing and then zoom all the way back to that part of the match again. Still, NetEase, when are you going to add the rewind function? That is a step in the right direction, and now we can also dismantle multiple trial cards. A lot of us do have kind of a lot of general kind of unlock cards for like a couple of days that none of us ever use. I don't really use trial cards. The only time I ever use trial cards is because I have no skins for a character and I just want to test one out just for the sake of adding it for a video, for example, or to unlock a character because I don't have it and I need it for a video. So I don't really see the point of trial cards, especially ones that are like higher tier. I don't think there's any necessity for that, but maybe you guys think that's important. A little quality of life update as well to matches that I didn't even know wasn't a thing, and I'm not sure how relevant it is, but after you take a hit now, survivors can then swap between the running, walking and or crouching modes, I guess technically, straight away. I didn't know this wasn't a thing. I guess this is good if you're someone who likes to hide. Now you can get away a little bit better. Not completely sure. One of the coolest options that they added, I think is actually really useful, and I didn't realize how useful it was going to be until I tested it out myself and I saw other people test it out, is they added a new quick costume change button to the little notebook that when you're in a waiting lobby for a match. This makes it so much easier to quickly choose a different costume instead of having to click on the notebook, click on your image, then go to the costume section. It's much easier, and I'm kind of confused as to why this wasn't an option in the first place. Last week they added tarot to the guild activity points edition thing, but now Crystal Ball tarot mode has also been added, so if you participate in Crystal Tarot Ball mode, you also get guild activity points. That's a good thing. I was confused. I didn't even realize these things didn't give you guild activity points, but that's cool. I think they're kind of working through all the game modes right now. They did the Chasing Phantoms or Chasing Shadows mode. They added that to the guild activity points edition thing, and they seem to be doing it with every game mode. That's exciting, especially since there are rumors that there is another game mode coming soon. And a small change is that you have the option to move Novelist's outline ability. Let's talk about what we can expect with this week's update. Well, the Phantom of the Crystal Palace, that is an event that is a lead up to the anniversary event, is going to begin this week. If you investigate the scene, again, they always like to give us kind of investigation things for every year, you'll be able to obtain an event portrait, a B tier skin for Novelist, a survivor accessory, it's like a pinwheel thing with rockets, and an event portrait frame that looks really beautiful. I know everyone will probably use it straight away, but hopefully I'll be able to use it when everybody else moves on to the next portrait frame, so I can be a little bit more unique. But this is a good lead up event since I think in 2 weeks time we should be receiving the new essence. And this will introduce us to the characters, the kind of style of whatever it is this anniversary is going to be about. Do you guys have any predictions to what this Phantom of the Crystal Palace is? Is it going to be talking about a ghost or something? I don't really know. We've been voting for costumes for a couple of weeks now, I think a week or 2 weeks. And now we are finally getting those skins, the ones that we voted for. Shiramoku is coming back. Manchurian Crane as well is coming back. These are both skins for Geisha. The Soul Emissary skin for Ripper. Morgan the Fairy Priestess skin. The Everlasting Flower, that's a mechanic skin. Tonight or Never, that's a perfumer skin. And Firefly, that is a doctor skin, should all be returning for a limited period of time. I believe it's all of these skins. I'm not completely sure if it's just the first 2 or 3, but I think it's all of these skins. And I believe they'll be coming to the store. That means there are going to be tons of them. It's going to be crazy. And also there are some returns of Essence costumes. I'm not sure if this means they're coming to the store or if they're going to be available somewhere else, but Pilgrim, that is a priestess skin. Moonlit Gentleman, that is a skin for photographer. Lunar Phase, that is a skin for seer. And the Necromancer skin, that is for feaster, will also be returning in some form. I'm not completely sure. I don't really understand the whole voting returning system. But that is a ton of skins, and even if we're getting a fraction of these skins, it's still going to be cool. And it's nice to see that Shirimoku is coming back, because I haven't seen that skin added to the game at all, I think, in my whole Identity V career. Let's talk about some of the leaks and rumors. We do have quite a little bit to talk about. We've had the S tier skin for Clerk revealed that should be coming not with an essence, because of course the essence that we're receiving is going to have the S tier skin for Mechanic, A tier skin for Weeping Clown, and the A tier skin for Bloody Queen. So she is not coming with the new essence. She's going to have a similar situation as Percy had, where the skin, the S tier skin, and I think the accessory too, that I think is either S or A tier, will be added to the shop permanently. So you will be able to buy this Queen Clerk skin that I think is a very beautiful skin, and I'm interested in seeing what her accessory does. I do believe it comes with an accessory, maybe I'm wrong about that, but it will be available for 12,888, I think is the exact number, fragments. That is the normal price for an S tier skin for Clerk, or you can buy it for Echoes. The Once Geisha skin, although we saw the original art for the first character, we didn't see what the skin would look like in the proper game. Now we've had a release of what the Geisha skin looks like, and we also got to see her Prajna form, and it looks epic. I really love this skin, and I might consider getting it myself. I have some fragments saved up, but I'm not completely sure yet. Nightmare and Naiad have had some of their visit animations that you use in the waiting lobby for a match leaked. I have not been able to watch them myself because they were leaked on Twitter, and Twitter is blocked here right now. But I know that they are apparently not as impressive as we would have hoped, but they do exist. As I said as well, not this week, but the following week, we will be receiving the new essence for this anniversary event. And of course, we have the lead up for it. And with this anniversary, I believe we'll also be receiving 10 essences for this anniversary as a gift for the anniversary. That's going to be really cool. That's going to bring us up to around 20 for those who've been playing relatively often, or even more. There have been some rumors that and some leaks, at least from the Chinese server, that they're going to be, as you guys already remember from the dev Q&A, they talked about improvements for new players. Well, apparently they're going to be adding new motivation for newer players to play Identity V, where you can get, there are going to be events for you to get more fragments, clues, skins, characters, I think stuff like that, just to motivate players and to give them more stuff when they start off. That's really good. I still think that the NetEase needs to rework the kind of aesthetic of the game. It just feels a little bit old. The UI is kind of old looking. Oh, and how can I forget? We're getting the Ivory Tower skin for Gardener, and that has been leaked, and it's a nice skin. It's cool that they're still releasing more Ivory Tower skins. I'm not sure when this big event is coming out. There's supposed to be an event where all the Ivory Tower skins get released, but this skin should be coming at least, I believe, on the 14th of April, I think. Let's move on to the Talk in the Manor, where I respond to your comments that you guys left on my recent videos, and you guys had a lot to say on my recent video. Some people misinterpreted what I was saying, and also you guys had some really good points that I think is going to be a bit of contention about what this character is going to be good at or good at doing. Cypherbay says, she's strong and requires big brain to learn, but not as much as Mad Eyes. Her bread and butter is honestly her recorded attacks when survivors go through pallets as you slowly whittle them down like Bonbon. So a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, commented on this saying that most of her strength comes from her recording hits, and it's actually quite easy to hit survivors with this. And from what the gameplay that I have seen, it does seem that this might actually be true. And it's sad to see a character that has become just a forget all the rest of her abilities, it's just using her attack thing. But as I said in the video, this is going to be the easiest way to use her, especially for beginners. I do think that NetEase did not design her to be spammed like this, and I do think that they probably will be adjusting how often you can use the attack from a distance kind of ability. But maybe they won't, maybe that's what they wanted her to be. And do I think this makes her super strong? I think it makes her as strong as Violinist, as I commented on someone's thing, even though they did make some good points. I think it also makes her as strong as Bonbon, a little bit easier to hit with, and as strong or a little less strong than Sculptor because of the ability that I don't think she can spam it as much as Sculptor can. But they are on a similar tier, at least in that section of their abilities. Echo comments, Phoenix is an Clerk anti, or I'm anti-Clerk. And no, I am completely not. I think people misunderstood what I was talking about in the video. I love this character design, and I think I said it in the video various times. I think this character is really exciting, and I think that she's going to be quite powerful. I said in my in the comment that I think she's going to be like an A tier or something like that, especially if she's going to be adjusted, but I'm not completely sure if she will. People misunderstood that I was trying to say that she's a bad character, and no, I wanted to make some point out some flaws in a lot of what the community's been saying about her being OP because of her ability to stop decoding, slow down decoding, block windows and stuff. I just wanted to prove that this is not something and nowhere near as easy as it sounds, and also in most cases just impractical. So that's mostly what I was going to say, but Clerk is a great design, and I think she has a high skill ceiling and skill floor. On my video where we did the higher or lower, you guys tried to play a game of higher or lower with me, CO says, me thinking it was going to be jumbled. Reality, lower, 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 lower. I did not decide if it was going to go higher or lower. I put it into a randomizer, and I just, whatever it said, I would put a survivor that was lower or higher than the one previously there. And so I think people come a little bit confused as to why there were so many lowers. There were only 2 highers, I believe, but it made for a good game because it was completely randomized. So yes, it wasn't all just lowers though, CO. There were 2 highers. After you guys have seen more gameplay for Clerk, because every day we're getting a little bit more information about her and her gameplay as we see Chinese players play her on the test server. What do you guys think? Do you think she's going to be super strong? Or do you think that she's about average A tier, maybe B tier even? Tell me down in the comments below. And whilst you're down there, make sure to give this video a like and subscribe if you want to keep up to date with all of the Identity V news that is coming out every single week. And make sure you guys go over to the Black Phoenix Shorts channel that I'm currently releasing every Thursday on the day that the patch comes out. I am updating you guys on what exactly came out with every patch in under 1 minute with a shorts video. Make sure you guys go over to the Black Phoenix Plus channel. Have an incredible day, guys. Bye bye.